Investigators are working to determine the cause of a fatal house fire last night in Toronto's West End. The blaze leaving a woman dead and a man in hospital in critical condition. The fire happened late last night at a home near College and Dufferin. And that is where we find our Sean O'Shea with the latest. Sean, where does the investigation stand now?
Tracy, we know the Toronto Police homicide investigators are taking an interest in this case. Detectives were here earlier, but there is no cause of the fire as yet. Now, the home behind me is now empty after a serious fire that led to a death and serious injury earlier this morning. Police tape marks the home where it happened, near College and Dufferin, a fatal overnight fire that awoke neighbors.
I was in my apartment and I could smell something coming through the window, and like a weird smell, and I looked, and my apartment actually looks out to the back there.
Fire crews arrived quickly.
By the time I got out, they have already extracted the people from the house, and they were getting into the top floor.
A home filled with smoke.
Black smoke was coming out. There's no fire, no flame.
Fire crews responded, extinguished a fire, from what I understand, in the basement of this house.
One woman died at the scene, and there was another occupant inside.
There's a second person who's significantly injured in critical condition.
The Office of the Ontario Fire Marshal is now conducting what's called an origin, cause, and circumstance investigation, trying to figure out how it started, the source of ignition, and the first fuel ignited, and whether smoke alarms went off. Witnesses gave different accounts about what they heard.
Lots of fire alarms and smoke alarms.
There was no fire alarm, nothing in that.
So part of the job that I will be looking at is the fire code compliance of this property. Does it have working smoke alarms in the appropriate places that it requires them?
The people living inside were renting the home. Neighbors say they'd seen the occupants on several occasions.
Young people sort of come in and go in, carrying musical instruments and musicians and stuff. So, like I said, I didn't know them, but obviously it's sad when they're my neighbors across the street.
Now, notably, fire marshal investigators have not yet entered the house. Police are seeking warrants to go inside to gather evidence, and expected that those fire investigators will go in tomorrow morning. As for whether those smoke alarms were in use, they'll be able to determine that as well. And as for the female victim who died here, an autopsy has been scheduled for 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Tracy.
All right, Sean O'Shea live with the details from the scene for us. Thank you.